Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope you are doing so very well. I hope the summer has been kind to you and you've been able to enjoy it and get outdoors with your family and or friends, of course. Yeah, nothing much has changed here, just work, summer, getting outdoor more, of course, with the warm weather, because we are all going to be locked in the winter and we all know this. And toy hunting is still a thing. So we are going to take a look at a few of the things that we picked up this week. Of course, I am excited to always add new toys to the collection, especially when I'm about to hit up some more toy shows before the season ends. So we got to get those in there so I can make even more space. So why don't you come along and we'll see what we're going to take a peek at today. So if you've been following the channel for some time, you may have seen that we have recently picked up some of the Spawn figures. Of course, I was a fan of the Spawn comic books growing up back in the 90s, all that stuff, but I wasn't really big on the figures. I did have one or two, however, since then, many years since then, have misplaced it, but going ahead and rebuilding on our McFarlane line of toys, and of course, seeing what he's going to pump out next. So, of course, I got some of the last wave or series that he sent out, and some of the new, but of course it's just having fun to get it. So of course one of the pieces was of course our Spawn with his throne. I have quite a few of these figures already. This one's going to stay in the box today just because I am out of room for him, especially after we check out the other ones. But even the artwork, so if you're not familiar with Todd McFarlane, he does everything from DC Multiverse, Movie Maniacs, some of them which I collect as well. I'm also huge on Multiverse. I have those Spawn figures. You can even get, he does a sports line as well. I have some NASCAR figures that Todd McFarlane has pumped out. So he just has his foot in a lot of different avenues. So he's done well for himself, and he is even adding even more to our Spawn set. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the next piece and we're going to bust that one open. As previously opened on another video of ours on the channel, we had our Cygor. Of course, one hefty dude. He is quite big, quite heavy, and very limited in what he can do. But that's okay, because I decided that we were going to go ahead and check out the Cygor 2 from McFarlane Toys. So I really want to get him open because he has a chest cavity that opens and it's just fun. So I have him and we're going to go ahead and do a side-by-side comparison at the very end. But I'm going to go ahead and get this fella open so we can take a closer peek at him. So I do appreciate how easy this one is going to be to take out of the box. And it looks like there's only going to be a few of the twist ties. But yeah, that's the big boy on his cardboard backing before I go ahead and take him from the twist ties. There are only 5 on this one, so this one should be easy. But it's very cool just from what I have. I love the background. I love it, I love it, I love it. Amazing. I might actually keep this as a little stand for him to stand up in, but I'm going to go ahead and get him out of the twist ties. But I thought that you would all appreciate some of the artwork on this background piece. Pretty dope. I really dig it. Well, let me go get him out and I shall be right back. I got that open. It was only 5 twist ties, but I swear I have the worst luck when it comes to twist ties. But here's a look at the backing, just a full entire view of what it actually looks like. Of course, it's just our Spawn, glowing green eyes, an image that we are used to seeing. Just not quite the same, but it is definitely a good depiction of what we're accustomed to. So that's cool to have. Very little pieces. We only have 2 accessories that come with this big guy. Of course, we are going to have our robotic or mechanical hook, and of course, our mechanical ape. So I'm going to go ahead and get them on the turntable so you can have a closer look. But of course, let's look at the figure in itself. So here is our figure in itself up close. Love the mechanical arm, love the rubber tubing. A little concerned it might fall off, but that's okay. This is amazing. And of course, his best feature is his gut opens up. You have more wires in there. And of course, that is your storage for your little mechanical chimp. Now, he can be tricky to put back on. It shouldn't take too long. I'm so left-handed trying to do it with my right hand, so it's going to take me slightly longer. Just a little clip underneath his chin there, and he is up and over. So very cool, but I'm going to go ahead and get the 2 next to each other, and we're going to do a slight comparison. So here's a side-by-side of our original Cygor that we picked up versus our Cygor 2. As you can see, there is quite a noticeable difference in height and in bulk and mass in itself. Our Cygor 1 is has a lot less mobility in comparison to our other. It's very top heavy. He doesn't have as much detailing in his fur as our Cygor 2, so I can appreciate that McFarlane went one step further as he pumped out newer lines. So this guy is really heavy. He is hard to stand still, but he's good. I love his face sculpt. Now the new one, Cygor 2 here, looking pretty cool with all his tubes and of course the chains. I love the stitching and of course the exposed skin there, just the texturizing they did in there, the chains, you know. This guy also opens, so his chest cavity opens like so. And then inside you also get to see all the tubing for Cygor 2. So of course inside there goes our little robotic chimp with his little robotic arm, and he just hangs out there. Of course you have the option to close the cavity, which I will be doing, or leave it open. But for this, we're going to go ahead and leave him open because I'm going to go ahead and get the turntable set up and give you a 360 view of our Cygor 2. Alrighty guys, well, there you have it. Another piece to add to the ever-growing collection, and of course another piece to add to the Spawn shelf specifically. I'm very glad that I was able to pick this guy up. They're both great pieces. Everything that McFarlane puts out has its hit or misses, but you know what? They're still good overall, so I appreciate having this guy on the shelf. But with that being said, I just want to thank you so much for viewing this video. I appreciate all the support, and of course, whether it's negative or positive, it's welcome regardless, because the world isn't a bunch of rainbows and kitty farts. Alrighty guys, with that being said, I hope you have a wonderful day. Of course, don't forget to follow me on Instagram to stay in touch with everything I am doing. Daily posts in regards to toys, comic books, and or appearances, or things I might be up to. Go ahead and follow that on Instagram. And of course, if you haven't, go ahead and subscribe to this channel and be sure to like our videos. And don't forget, hit that bell button so that you can stay up to date with all the new videos that we put out. All right, guys, you keep it classy.